Welcome to another episode of Friday Lunch with me, Emma, here on We Share, where I sit down and enjoy a delicious lunch interviewing someone from Dubai whose life and work here is incredibly interesting. Today, we are here at Sal's Bistro. We're enjoying the business lunch, which is 2 courses for 105 dirhams. It runs from Monday to Friday, 12 to 5. So come on, let's go and check it out. So Channa, thank you so much for joining me here on another episode of Friday Lunch, and we are here at Sal's Bistro to check out the business lunch, 12 till 5, Monday to Friday, for just 105 dirhams for 2 courses. So welcome along to the show.
Thank you so much. Great to be here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this very much.
So before we get stuck into the questions and find out all about you, what do you fancy for your lunch today? I'm happy to see that there's loads of seafood options because that's my thing. What are you looking at today?
Indeed, the menu does look great, and I'm just looking at probably the traditional salmon salad. And for the mains, I would probably stick to a nice burger.
I know you're going for the burger. I'm a fishy person, so I want the spicy, crispy salmon, and then I think I'll do salmon again for mains, the smoked salmon hash brown, which sounds interesting. So we'll go for that. So let's get stuck into your questions, Channa. First of all, tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Dubai, and how long have you been here for?
I've been here since 1999. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. What brought me here was my job, so to say. I've been in hospitality for a long time. And then there was an opportunity way back then in where I'm originally from, Sri Lanka. They said they were hiring for the Arabian Tower, which turned out to be the Burj Al Arab.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I was, I thought, why not? Let's give it a shot. And then I initially came for 2 years, and 25 years later, I'm still here.
This is the same story with everyone. I'm going to come for 2-3 years, and then 20 years has gone in a snap. It happens every single time. And we always say everyone has that first impression when they stepped off the plane in Dubai. What was your first impression of Dubai?
What am I doing here? I stepped down from the plane around 6 o'clock in the morning on the 6th of October.
Oh, wow.
So the Dubai airport was way different, and we got met at the airport, hotel team, great welcome, and they said, we're going to take you to the accommodation. The accommodation was in the middle of the desert, which is now Al Quoz.
Okay.
Al Quoz was just Oasis Village and maybe 3 other buildings, and I was seriously thinking, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
But well, I'm glad that I came actually.
That's incredible, and you've definitely seen changes to
Dubai. Definitely.
So what do you love about living here? What have you grown to love in that time?
I think over the years, definitely, one of the first things which actually impressed me was an opportunity to work with so many nationalities. So I was fairly young guy at the time, and then coming from Sri Lanka, and I had a department with 19 nationalities.
Oh, wow.
People I've never met before. So that itself was an experience, and over the years, the company that I worked for, it grew to 104 nationalities. So that itself was an experience for me, and I think over the years, this is what has really kept me interested. The type of the different types of people that we meet, the nationalities, countries you would never visit, but you would meet them here.
Yeah.
You get to learn about their cultures, a bit of their language. In general, make friends. So I actually have friends from all across the world, and I don't think if I stayed back home, I would have had that opportunity.
Yeah, and that's one of the beautiful things about here. It's literally a melting pot of nationalities and cultures and backgrounds. And like you say, we have friends from across the globe, and it makes life interesting.
Oh, definitely. And the food now,
And the food.
25 years later, you get everything here,
We get to eat our way around the world, and we love that.
Absolutely.
And look at this, as if by magic, the starters arrived.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got the salmon salad, which looks like a mountain of salmon.
It does.
And I have the spicy, crispy salmon. So let's dig in and see what this is. I don't know whether I want to just. Oh yes, it will come. So apparently this is quite spicy, which I love spicy food, but spicy food doesn't necessarily love me.
It can always be the case,
we'll see how it goes.
I think sometimes even 25 years of living in Dubai has done that to me. And being a Sri Lankan, people expect me to, dig into buckets of chili. It doesn't work out all the time. No?
It's definitely got a kick. It's definitely got a kick to it, but it's not overly spicy. It's a kind of spicy that sort of sneaks up on you a little bit.
It's a nice spice.
It sneaks up on you, yeah.
Mountain of salad in there.
Salad. It's a mountain of salad wrapped in salmon, which is great food. So I wanted to ask you, here's one of the interesting questions, and I hope you're not going to say the same answer as other people. I'll let you put that in your mouth, and then I'll ask you a question, then you can think about it.
All right.
So what is something that drives you crazy about Dubai?
The funny thing is, although I've been here for 25 years, I don't drive. So the traffic actually doesn't really drive me crazy. I am adjusted to the RTA, the metros, the buses, so I'm quite used to it.
Yeah.
But what really probably drives me kind of up the wall right now is the increasing rents.
That happens every few years, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think the past few years, again, going back to a period of 25 years when rents seemed affordable, and all of a sudden, and you see these prices kind of, skyrocketing, and they seem to do it now every year. It is a bit alarming, but again, it is what it is.
It's the Dubai advertising. Habibi, come to Dubai.
Oh, yeah,
Habibi, stop coming to Dubai.
True. I mean, there are pros and cons. I mean, I know people who have moved away from Dubai because of rents, but then again, they spend so much of time in traffic and other things. It counts to the same thing,
Absolutely.
So as I always say, you need to try and adjust with the times, adjust within your means, and you get on with it. But yeah, it is a bit of a maddening factor.
100%. And I've got to think of a new way to phrase this question, because we always ask it, and I don't want to ask it in a different way, but I can't think of one today. So are there any hidden gems that you love about Dubai? We shouldn't call them hidden gems, because if they're hidden gems, you don't want to tell people. But is there any, your go-to like little secret place that is something that is meaningful to you?
I think overall, I spend a lot of time in the old Dubai, work-wise. So I still like the old places in the Mina Bazaar area. You go for a cup of tea, the Bastakia, the
textile souk.
The textile souks. There are so little places you can actually sit down, have a cup of tea. You don't worry about anything. I like particularly the area by the creek.
Yes.
But there are a couple of places you could actually sit by the creek, have a cup of tea, have something to eat, read a book, whatever you want to do. And I think that's what people need to explore,
Yeah.
And I always encourage anyone visiting Dubai, these are the places they need to
This
see.
is old Dubai. Is Dira and Bur Dubai, the old Dubai, either side of the creek? I was there at the weekend, actually. I went down with my mom, so we went to the textile souk, because I love to haggle over things down there.
Absolutely.
And I love the haggling experience. It's great. And we went to the little Lebanese restaurant that you literally sit on the deck overlooking the creek, and it's beautiful.
It is
so
indeed.
Nice.
There is a place on the other side of the creek in Dera. There's a shawarma place, he's been there for 25 years. And the guy is still there, So sometimes when I go towards Banias, whether it's work related or sometimes, wife sends me on errands, I tend to go there, have a cup of tea,
Yeah.
and just overlooking the creek. The guy's been there. The same guy's been there for 30 years, you know.
It's amazing.
So nothing fancy, just your regular karak, normal shawarma. But those are real gems, actually.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely, absolutely. And it's so funny. And I probably shouldn't say this. I'm going to get into trouble. But if you go to the the tourist area, right? I'm not going to mention it. I won't name names. They have all the same stock as what they have in the textile souk, but the difference in price, it's 50 to 80% more
definitely,
in the tourist area.
definitely.
I'm like, go to the other one, and you'll get it for less than half the price. That's my little tip. My little tip.
No, it's not. I mean, like what you say is right. You know, it's like a pashmina. You know, everyone wants to buy a pashmina when they come to Dubai. If they go to Karama, they pay 15 dirhams, 20 dirhams. The same thing in Dubai Mall is
100,
150 dirhams.
150.
You know?
Absolutely. So what does a typical day look like for you in your world?
Having been in hospitality for a very long time in Dubai, and having left hotels, right now my day starts around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
You know? So I have had the last 3 years. I had a lot of time to spend with my kids.
Yeah.
Got 4 of them. So if I'm not working or if I'm not stepping out, it's basically a bit of work from home, which means I do their breakfast, meetings in between, lunch at times, and then afternoons are either putting them to sleep, me taking a nap, or getting some work done, you know. And then the evenings I normally walk around, little bit of exercise when I can get in.
Yeah.
When I can get in, but yeah. But otherwise, I kind of manage my days. You know, I like 3 days at home, 3 days out, meeting with people, meeting clients, potentially. I mean, it's very kind of a chilled lifestyle. I've kind of grown to like.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds
good. But work from home is also not easy, because especially when you have meetings going on, the kids running around. But it's a bit of it's interesting also.
It's a nice balance. It seems like you've got a pretty good balance going on.
I think some things I missed for years, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to kind of catch up on all the missed times as well.
Yeah, amazing. So I'll come back with some more questions in a few minutes, but I think we need to dig into this a little bit first, because this is so good and I want to eat because I'm hungry. And it's not so spicy, which I'm kind of loving as well. So we just did a little bit of a swapsy. What did you think of my crispy spicy salmon, or spicy crispy salmon?
I liked it,
Yeah.
but for me personally, it could have been a bit more spicy.
You're Sri Lankan, you like everything spicy. For me, it's just like the perfect amount. It's it's palate, isn't it? What you're used to. Fantastic. I liked the salmon salad.
It's nice and light,
great.
yeah?
Yeah,
Nice,
it's very
yeah.
nice. It's great
Just right.
stuff. So obviously, being in Dubai, we have shows like Dubai Bling, The Real Housewives of Dubai, Selling Sunset, and Dubai is known for the place where people can come and do some crazy things. So my next question to you is, what is the most Dubai thing you've ever done? I'm sure the list is long.
Well, to be very frank, I haven't done many Dubai things which a lot of people, especially the tourists, come and do. I think, again, this is something a lot of us take for granted. We are here, we can do it anytime. Let's go on the desert safari, let's go on the night safari, let's go on the yacht, so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I've done the safaris, I've done the yacht cruises. I've served, well, it's not a personal thing, but I've served guests at the top of Burj Al Arab.
Nice.
On the helipad.
I was going to say on the helipad.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Romantic dinner. That was 25 years ago. So that probably might be a bit crazy, but yeah, but from a career point of view, yeah, that was quite a high.
I don't want to know how much that costs.
I have no idea as well.
and then in comparison from back then to today, it probably times 10.
Oh, probably,
now.
definitely. I mean, I still know people who have walked into restaurants and have booked an entire restaurant for 50,000 dirhams for an engagement.
Oh wow. That's insane.
Literally with a bag. Cash.
That's insane.
I want to have an engagement. Me and my wife, can I book the restaurant? The person says, yes, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Is 50,000 enough? She's like, yeah, it should be. So yeah, Dubai has been reputed for a lot of crazy things.
Of course.
But unfortunately, I have not taken part in any of those activities,
Yeah.
But at some point of time, I would like to do the zip line. And probably the parachute thing. You know?
Okay, the zip line. So you got this. So you got X line across across the marina,
Yeah.
which looks amazing. Is there anything from home that you miss that you can't get here?
I think everyone would probably say mum's cooking.
Mum's cooking, yeah.
You know? Yes, you get a lot of few Sri Lankan eateries there, but there's nothing like mum's cooking.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I miss the most.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
But other than that, from terms of home, no, you get almost everything here. So that's the beauty of Dubai. You know, over the years,
Yeah.
what you couldn't get 25 years, you could get today.
Everything's
You know?
coming now.
I could order something online from Sri Lanka and it'll be at my doorstep in 2 days. But you can't get mum's cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's very, very true. And is there anything about the city that you would change? Is there anything that you would like to see different or done different?
Yes. The way the roads are designed. You know, sometimes when you drive around, okay, I don't personally drive, but when you're in a taxi and the number of turns and the U-turns and so on and so forth, you actually begin to think who actually designed the roads.
Well, it's like elsewhere. You never have traffic trying to get on and come off at the same time. Traffic gets off before traffic comes on. So you don't have this trying to get, and that's what causes the problem in most of the interchanges.
Correct,
and
correct.
people not knowing the zip method, you know, one in at a time.
No.
Not just pushing in and need to just change.
But other than that, I think I would not change anything.
Not change
you know?
anything. It's all good.
The leaders have done their part in, you know, over the last 50 years in leading the country to such a level.
Yeah.
You really don't want to then tell them that this is what you should be doing, but they've done. It's great as it is.
Yeah.
Only that little road thing, you know, gets to me.
It's incredible.
But
It's
otherwise,
really cool.
it's fantastic.
But when is it going to be finished? There's always construction.
Never finished.
Finish it.
It
When
never
is gonna be
finishes.
finished?
Never finished. You know?
That's my only thing. So amazing. So we'll take a break before the next lot of questions while we wait for our mains to show up, which I'm sure are going to be rather fantastic. So our wonderful mains have arrived, and you've ordered a traditional. You got a cheeseburger there, which looks amazing,
it
with
does.
fries, treasure fries. I've got the salmon hash brown. So there's a big hash brown under here, and nestling in the middle of this crown of salad and cream cheese, it's 2 fried eggs.
Great. Should
Which
be
is a
very
nice
interesting.
surprise. So I'm very interested about that. So let's dig in and see what we think of this. I'm not sure how I'm gonna. This looks great. I feel like this is more of a breakfast treat.
So as with burgers, they always say, you know, use your hands, you know.
Use your hands and tip it upside down, isn't that right? Yeah, do it upside down to do the burger.
A nice little bit of relish on the side. Beautiful.
That's amazing. That's so good. Honestly, that's delicious. This would be, I'd have this for breakfast every single morning. Got radishes and cream cheese. Oh, I think there's a little bit of cheese in there too. This looks great.
More than mercy.
Good luck.
It's a good burger.
I was thinking you were going to do the line from Pulp Fiction. Now that's a tasty burger from Samuel L. Jackson.
That's good.
It looks good. So, what advice, you've been here so long, what advice would you give to someone looking at moving to Dubai?
The first thing I would definitely say is, before you come into Dubai, UAE, or let's say anywhere in the world, do your homework. You know, if you are coming to look for a job, study what's around in the market. you know?
Absolutely.
And like I said, over the last couple of years, I've been in the recruitment space. So I always find people who are coming looking for jobs to Dubai, they're unprepared. They're financially not ready. They're mentally not ready.
Yeah.
You know, and they think you walk into Dubai, a week later you find a job. Never happens. Very few cases. You know, so you need to give yourself at least 3 months to find your footing around. But the most important thing is do the homework.
Yeah.
You know, you're coming to Dubai. Where can I stay? What does it cost? Do I have jobs related to my experience? You know, and so a lot of people, and I also found out some whom I've advised, as well as on their own, they connected with people before coming to Dubai.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm coming to Dubai. It's my experience. I'm looking for a job. So they have someone that they can connect to once they reach here.
Absolutely.
You know, so do not come unprepared. You know, do not come unplanned. Do not think that financial, let's say, your finances will be looked after straight away. So you need to come prepared for at least 6 months to manage on your own.
Yeah.
Till you find a job.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, not everything's paved with gold. It's hard.
It is
can
hard.
be
It is
really
absolutely hard. It is absolutely hard, you know. Also, I've seen advices where people are advised, you know, do not accept jobs if it's this salary. Definitely, you should not be accepting anything that comes around. But the most important thing I always say is, you know, if someone offers you a job, accept the job only if a visa is given.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until that time, do not do that.
And don't start working until you've got your visa either, because it's not allowed. It's the old saying, isn't it? Fail to plan, plan to fail.
Absolutely.
Get the planning in. When you're feeling homesick from Sri Lanka, what is a dish from home that just makes everything feel better?
Oh, okay. So that's not too difficult, because that would definitely have to be a Sri Lankan dal curry, pork and rice, or string hoppers. I'm good. And I'm blessed that, you know, my wife has learned to cook those dishes almost similar to what you would find in Sri Lanka.
Okay, amazing.
So that's like, you know, my absolute comfort food.
That sounds so good.
You know?
And now this is a hard one, and everyone I've spoken to has found this a really difficult question to answer. If Dubai was a dish, any dish, what would it be?
Interesting.
We've had like a smorgasbord of stuff, like a meze, a mixed meze of different things.
I think you actually picked the right word there. It is a mixed meze, you know? Or I wouldn't call it a, you know, plate of Sri Lankan rice and curry, because you find a bit of everything. But that's what Dubai is, you know?
Yeah.
It's a mix of everything. But I think being Middle Eastern, being Dubai, meze would be the right identification for Dubai as a dish.
Yeah.
You know? Again, the mezes have been influenced from various parts of the world. So, and Dubai is what it is, you know? It's an influence of so many cultures, nationalities, the people, you know, and it is what it is, you know.
Fantastic. So before we get on to my final 3 questions, before this gets cold, let's dig in and eat a little more and enjoy. So let's get into my last few questions. And the first one for you is, imagine you're just sitting by the beach, sun's going down, it's beautifully peaceful. What is your go-to drink?
Oh. I probably go very old school and stick to a Mai Tai.
A Mai Tai. Nice.
No complications, you know. Refreshing. Brings back, you know, memories of working in the bar, around the bar. So it's a nice drink, you know.
Why not? It's a classic, absolute classic. This would be a hard one. If you could sum Dubai up just in 3 words, what would they be?
Oh, good Lord.
I see, it's a thinking one. It's not easy. It's not easy.
3 words.
Yep.
One of my co-workers many years ago used to tell me that during a briefing, if I say something to take me seriously, so it was basically, he means business, you know? Whatever it is. You know? So he means business. I mean, I am very straightforward in what I do, what I say, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and guys who have worked with me, under me, management on top, knows that, you know.
So Dubai means business. Is that what we're saying? Dubai means business. Yeah. Okay, cool. And finally, you've been here 25 years as it is, which is a long stretch by any means, and your family here before you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Still here or moved on?
Yeah, this question keeps coming on and off, you know, over the years. I mean, to be very frank, you know, I haven't given it much thought, you know. I always kind of say, let's see how things go. I mean, there were times when I wanted to move back home, move to another destination, but I've still been here. I'm still here. So most likely, by the looks of it, I'll probably be here in 5 years as well. I mean, this is a place I've grown to love and call it my home.
Yeah.
So I mean, I spend more time in Dubai than actually I spend back home. So this is my first home too.
It is home. Dubai just becomes home.
Yeah.
UAE becomes
So
home.
most likely, I'll probably be here. My kids maybe not. I am encouraging them as they get older to move out of Dubai, explore the world, and see how it comes. But yeah, most likely I'm going to be here.
Amazing stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining me here. Friday lunch at Sal's Bistro
Thank you so
in
much.
Jumeirah Islands. And we're going to finish up eating because we've still got food left over. And it's hard to have a chat while you're eating at the same time. But thank you so much
Especially
for joining
when
me.
it's a good meal. It's a great meal.
So thanks for joining me for another episode of Friday Lunch here at Sal's Bistro at Jumeirah Islands, where you can check out the business lunch Monday to Friday, 12 to 5 for just 105 dirhams, which is amazing. Don't forget to check us out, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time here on We Share.